All right, here we are, game 2 between CDEC and IG. Let's get right on into the draft as we take a look. As CDC, they banned out Magnus, no surprise there, and have banned out the OP Tinker. So, banned out for IG is going to be Nyx, Lifestealer, and Abaddon. Abaddon, one of the heroes that they kind of struggled with the most in the last game. Maybe don't want to be up against it in this game, too. Trying to finish out the series 2-0 and go on to face their counterparts, IG Vitality. So, first two picks for both sides. CDEC, they've picked up Crystal Maiden as well as the Puck. And then IG, they'll pick up the Baboka Monkey King as well as the OP Lina. So already some huge roaming potential for IG. And Monkey King getting picked up for IG. That's going to be played by Baboka. And Earth Spirit's still available. Nah, never mind. I was going to say, Earth Spirit works very well with Crystal Maiden, and CDC have the first pick. And then IG, they weren't going to give it up because, like I said, Earth Spirit and Crystal Maiden is just a solid combination. They ban out the Centaur, they ban out Legion, so they really just don't want XSS to have a good game. They don't want him to have a hero he likes. And that's really, it's really interesting when, you know, you've already got OP's hero, so you don't have to mind about banning that out, but Boca's got his Monkey King, and now you're just going to make XSS have a really poor time, as he's not allowed to play Legion, he's not allowed to play Centaur, and he's sure as hell not allowed to play Magnus. That is messed up. I wish I was good enough at Dota to really have that ban potential where someone bans out everything I play. So, you take a look at these drafts thus far, and Crystal Maiden with the Puck is pretty nice. Obviously, Puck is going to benefit in the early game from that Arcane Aura, but Crystal Maiden always opportune to get some kills, especially with the Frostbite. Lina, an easy target, or an easier target to pick off mid, and so IG, especially OP, is going to have to look out for the potential ganks coming his way. Or her way would be the Lina. His way would be the man OP. The question is, who are they going to set it up with? And with someone who is very ability heavy, maybe they set it up with, I was going to say a Ricky, but Bounty Hunter works too. I like Ricky just because the smoke screen would be a very good combination with Crystal Maiden and the Puck. But this Bounty Hunter, he'll be there to get them some vision. The Janata Slow is going to be a nice combination with the Crystal Maiden Frostbite. They'll come in with the Illusory Orb as well as the Waning Rift, and it definitely lines up for a couple of kills mid on IG. So this Lina OP is going to have to be very careful while being over in this mid lane. Obviously, IG, they've picked up the Lion. So Lion, Monkey King, that's a good combination in itself. The mobility of a Monkey King coming in. Hex, stun from Lion, followed up by a Boundless Strike, as well as the Primal Spring. Does make up to be pretty opportune for kills there, too. So both sides are very ganking friendly. And these cores on both sides you're going to have to watch out, because Lion and Monkey King are a good roaming duo, while Crystal Maiden and Bounty Hunter are a good duo in themselves. So IG, they need their safe laner, they need their off laner, something for XSS if they can figure it out after 3 of his heroes have already been banned out. And then for CDC, they still need a safe laner and an off laner too, unless they do go with the Puck off lane. So they're going to go with the pretty meta, at least at the moment, Omni Knight pick for XSS. Not one of his big, you know, show-off heroes. Blink, Duel, Blink, RP, Blink, Hoofstomp, Double Edge, Stampede, and all that. It's not as, you know, spectacle. It's not as big of a spectacle, but Omni Knight is a pretty good savior nonetheless. And paired up with these heroes thus far, I kind of like it. The Repel on Lena extends her life, hopefully to get out an LSA and a Dragon Slave, as well as the Laguna Blade and possibly more to just speed up that attack speed. Let's see what CDEC do. They still need 2 cores on their end. And with a Puck, you know, maybe we see a Drow strat come out. I doubt it, but it's always possible. Puck hits hard early nonetheless, so we'll have to see. But maybe we see something that works well with a Puck Dream Coil. Maybe a Weaver comes in for CDEC safe lane, off lane. Maybe they want to work with a Bat Rider. Bat Rider's not too bad with a Puck. And they're actually going to go with the Nature's Prophet. So Prophet is picked up for CDEC, a new hero, at least for me, at Star Ladder, picked up for CDEC. So Nature's Prophet, Bounty Hunter, Puck, Crystal Maiden, some solid push and some solid opportunity. I'm doing that on purpose, by the way, for some gold jump. I like doing it now. Now I know that you guys care so much. But I'll stop. So Ursa gets picked out by IG. Be banned as the last ban is. I don't know. Ursa and an Omni Knight is not really that big of a deal, but banning out. And Anti-Mage going to be banned out by CDEC. And they'll pick up a Spectre. So Nature's Prophet off lane, Spectre safe lane, Puck mid, Bounty Hunter as the 4, Crystal Maiden the 5, and IG. They still need their safe laners. Omni Knight's going to be in the off lane, and Lena going to be mid. So they need someone who's going to be a bit more tanky, someone who can fight pretty well. And now with the mobility that's there for CDEC, which is kind of quite scary, the teleportation of Nature's Prophet, the Spectre that can come in with Haunt, and even Puck with a nice Illusory Orb Dream Coil can really become a thorn in the side of IG. But they're going to turn it around, go with the Wraith King. I kind of like that. I'm not too sure how much I really like that up against this CDEC lineup. I think Lena can kind of clean up well on the Nature's Prophet's Treants, but I don't know. I like the CDEC lineup. I think the mana boost that's the mana regen that's going to be there for Prophet and Spectre is going to be pretty nice early on, especially when Nature's Prophet wants to move around a bit. IG, yeah, Wraith King hits hard, but behind that, you're hoping on a bunch of nuke damage from Lion and Lena, the Finger, Laguna Blade combo.
5 seconds remaining.
So, just to do it one more time, this is a solid lineup for CDEC. Actually feel terrible doing that. Now it's not fun anymore. Alright, well, we're in it. We're in game 2. June's going to be on the Crystal Maiden. Demons on the Bounty Hunter. Sep in that off lane. Nature's Prophet. Shade mid with the Puck. And then safe lane is going to be Flyby with the Spectre for IG. Burning's going to be on the Wraith King. Q with the Lion. Lena going to be played by OP mid. XXS is going to be with the Omni Knight. And finally, Monkey King or a Courier is going to be played up last by Baboka. It's bad that I didn't remember his name. Yes, I did have to look. So, a lot of nuke damage for IG, Finger, Laguna Blade. They could probably lock it down with a nice stun from Wraith King. Actually, Demons. A little bit of time on that Shadow Walk. He'll take a look up at the 2 stuns that are up there, and both the Lion and the Wraith King, and walk away. Demons gonna have to reuse that Shadow Walk. I know he did see that. Did have a Sentry Ward, but not gonna go for it. They're actually gonna go up top. Boca, Burning, and Q are all here. they'll immediately back off CDEC, but they do have a Primal Spring if they want to go for a kill. Flyby, I don't know about that. They'll just use the stun on June, and with no Balance Strike, June will just have to back up. So, we see these lanes form. It's actually going to be burning the offlane with this Wraith King. Baboka going to be roaming around with Monkey King. Actually gets the deny, no 100 gold for this Crystal Maiden. So Baboka going to be roaming around. They do have Q, so 2 stuns up top in both Burning and Q, and eventually a Balance Strike that'll come in with the Primal Spring. So we'll see how Baboka really does with this up against June and Flyby. Flyby and June, they might be in a little bit of trouble. We take a look over mid, as already coming in is Demons. Demons is going to have that Shadow Walk, but he's not going to have the Janata. So just going to harass out OP for the time being. Does have the Orb of Venom, so that's a little bit of a nuisance. He's going to be up against Shade, and then over in the offlane is Sep against XSS. So XSS, he shouldn't have a hard time against this Nature's Prophet. This is probably his best opportunity for farm. Meanwhile, we take a look up top. There's the Primal Spring out on Flyby. Q, he doesn't have that stun for a moment, but there comes that Wraithfire Blast coming in on Flyby. He's very low. We have to use that Spectral Dagger, but Flyby, he's right into the hands of Baboka, who's actually not going to get the kill, but they're going to continue to go on these trees, and Q will take that first blood. So now the stun comes through onto June as well as the Primal Spring. I don't know if they want to dive this, but they're not going to have to for much longer. Baboka, very low, but they'll get another kill out on June. And now the Spectral Dagger's out on, or they'll get another kill on CDC. This time it's going to be for Baboka out on Crystal Maiden, who was played by Q last game. So I got it wrong. So they'll shrine up, they'll go back to full, and again, CDEC, they're going to have to watch out up top.
This'll come in handy.
Excellent.
Haste.
So we'll have to watch out top on CDEC, especially if Baboka comes on by one more time. But Baboka probably take his talents over to mid and try to stop Demons, who's very low on mana. So he's got to watch out. They'll take out the Sentry Ward. Not level 2 just yet. Not going to be going for Balance Strike just yet. Looking for that level 2. Should get it next. And we take a look over at Sep down bottom. He's level 3. He's got 2 in the Nature's Call and 1 in that Teleportation. And then over on XSS, he's got 2 in the Purification and 1 in that Slow of the Degen Aura. So, Baboka's made his way up top again. Oh boy. No Quelling Blade, just using those tangos to eat up some trees. Demons, he is spotted by Baboka. They're not making their way over just yet, but they might go in again on both June and Flyby. So Demons is going to hit on Baboka. Spectral Dagger comes in as well as the Frostbite. Baboka in a little bit of trouble. There's the Wraithfire Blast going to come through as well as a 2-man stun. They're going to try and stop Demons, who's going to try look to get this kill. The teleportation does come in. Baboka's dead. Burning will be next, and 4 are up top, and all of a sudden, this becomes terrible for IG. They lose 2. And actually, Demons gets the kill mid on OP. I never even noticed that. Was I not paying attention? Jeez. That's bad on me. So, XSS just farming away here. 23-3, most last hits in the game. So, that must be nice. As an Omni Knight. Take a look. Wraithfire Blast. Flyby in a bit of trouble. There's 3 on the Jingu Mastery, but the stun comes in from Q. Another kill for Flyby by Q. I'm not too sure why Q felt the need to take that kill away from Burning, but by all means, why not? So 3 even on both sides. 4:40 into this game, and let me take a look back at the Omni Knight, looking for those nice arcane boots, about 100 gold away. And he could just use the Purification to try and take out these treants. No real big problem. Let himself get hit and take him away. But we take a look at Sep. He was involved in a couple of kills. Got a kill and an assist. So he's got himself phase boots. And the rat game is going to be strong in CDEC. Especially if Spectre can find the opening to get this farm. So if Spectre can open up some farm, which is really the job of Sep, this game could go the way of CDC if it gets late enough. But for IG, they're going to be looking to go in early. They're going to be looking to go in once they hit level 6. And that's really the plan. And here comes Demons. He's got that Janata Slow. There it is, as well as the Crystal Nova. They're going to get the Frostbite. Baboka comes over, and there's the Waning Rift. So silenced up is Baboka. But now they've got the Hex. They're going to look for more. There's the Primal Spring on Shade. They're going to look for it. The Phase Shift is going to be there. But one more shot from Baboka will get the kill. And now Sep trying to TP in. He's got that Sprout. Baboka just jumps out of it, says, whatever. It's just more trees for me to jump around. And now Sep trying to get out, and not enough mana for a stun from Q. So he will successfully retreat. So 4-4 for both these teams, a 1-for-1 trade. It was Alina for a puck, so both mids are taken out on both sides. Let me take a look. We'll switch this over now. 6 minutes, a bit early, but we'll switch it over to the net worth. As meanwhile up top, Burning might have found himself too much, and now Wraithfire Blast comes out on Demons. He's going to try and get the Janati, gets the mini stun of the Shuriken Toss as well as the Frostbite. Burning still trying to survive. He's going to use that wand to heal up. It's actually just the stick, and now the Wraithfire Blast comes out on Spectre. Coming through is Q, also gets that stun. If he can get himself a Hex, he can find himself a kill, even though this tower is just going to hit away. So the Spectral Dagger comes out, but IG, they find a nice turnaround kill on Flyby, this time split between Burning and Q. In too deep there. Circa Sum 41. Spectre dead again. So, Shrine up top, used by Q and Burning. Let's see if they make their way up top. So we take a look over, Flyby. He's going to be hit by that Wraithfire Blast. There's the Jingu Mastery, but now with the Frostbite, he's actually getting hit pretty hard. And coming over is Sep. They're trying to get this kill, but push to the low ground. By that Sprout, maybe not on purpose, but it saves the day of this Spectre. So now they've got the Wraithfire Blast out on Sep. And now it's up again in just 2 more seconds. Can they get the vision? Can they get it? No, they can. Instead, they'll take the consolation prize, and that is June. But Demons, he's nearby. Let's see if they try to turn this around on IG. They get the Repel out. They have the Dream Coil available. XSS, he's going to try and retreat. There's the Purification, as well as the Primal Spring that's going to come out on 3. They're going to try and turn it around with Baboka as he uses the Dream Coil out on 2. There's the stun coming out on 2 from this Q Lion, and they'll get the return kill on Shade. The Boundless Strike hits on Sep. They're going to continue on forward with Purification, but the Frostbite hits on Baboka. Now he might have just fed his life again. He's actually going to die, as well as Q. Meanwhile, a kill goes the way of this Omni Knight, who's going to use Guardian Angel to stay alive a little bit longer. As Purification in just a moment, uses it, but just out of range is Demons. So Burning is around the corner. Demons, maybe not the best move to go in. There is no Sentry Ward down, and he would be okay. So, OP, let's take a look. 8-7 net worth. I should have looked at that fight recap. That's my bad. But up 3,500 net worth, and we took a look at OP, who's got himself that bottle, working on that no talisman. But top of the net worth is going to be XSS on this Omni Knight, who's looking to finish off that drum. So coming over is Burning. He's got himself looking at that armlet not too far away. And doing quite well at level 6, but actually hasn't skilled that ult just yet. Oh, no, no! Bottom! Flybys are already going to fall as well as Q. They're going to try and go back in with the Jingu Mastery. They're going to get the kill on Sep. And now that's going to be it. No! I've missed it! Ugh. Hate that. So coming over is Baboka. They're going to try and get a kill on Shade. The Purification comes out onto OP. And Demons nearby. not going to get out of that shadow walk for IG to get a kill. So upsetting. I'm just not fast right now. And Dream Coil comes out on cue. Shade going to come in with that Illusory Orb as well as the Waning Rift. Sep joins him, so Shade will get a kill. We were on that one, weren't we? So we see that kill. Meanwhile, Shade might be in a little bit of trouble. He's trying to run away. There's the phase shift. He just get the Waning Rift off, but not going to stop the LSA from OP. And he'll get the kill on Shade. So we get both those kills on camera. And I guess I can be a little bit happy about that. Meanwhile, Burning up top, going to be hit with that Frostbite. He does have Reincarnation. Going to use the Wraith Fire Blast to try and stay alive a little bit longer. Burning, he'll be up and okay. But now he's got to worry about mana consumption because a 140 Wraith Fire Blast would put him down to 140 in his mana and not enough for Reincarnation. Meanwhile, Baboka's going to fall by Sep. Bottom. They must have taken out the trees. Oh. So up top, Flyby, he's going to be taken out with his Wraith Fire Blast. SSS coming in, they're going to finish off the kill. Now looking over towards June. And the speed almost there for Q, but with that auto attack used, or attempted, they're not going to be able to get the stun off. Ugh. Need a coffee. After this game, I'll get a coffee. We'll be back on the good map awareness. But yeah, that's all my bad right now. So there's the Spectral Dagger thrown from Flyby. June continuing to come in. He's here with Sep. There's the Sprout as well as a big stun and a finger out on Crystal Maiden. And just like that, Q waves goodbye. And with the rest of the side of IG, and they'll just try and walk away. But now the tracks are available for Demons. So let's see if CDEC continue to go in. They get the Waning Rift as well as the Dream Coil. Burning's going to not be taken out just yet. They get the Guardian's Angel. And now they might look to turn it around. Backing off his XSS, but he'll be sprouted up. Guardian Angel still up, and now he's going to get the Purification. They're going to try and dive him as he's tracked up. Going to avoid that Illusory Orb, but diving deep is going to be Shade. So now they get the Wraith Fire Blast out on Demons, but no OP to be spotted, as meanwhile down bottom all this is happening. But Boca and OP are going to take a Tier 1 bottom on CDEC. So 4 up top. And there's the Shrine used. There's the Dragon Slave. They're going to try and get this CDEC top side to back off before they take this Tier 1 tower. Spectral Dagger is going to slow down OP, and that seems to be it for IG. So take a look over at Demons. And he's got himself level 7, so the track now available, which is a pretty good boost for CDEC's gold, but they are behind 4,000 net worth. Not too big in terms of track gold to make up, but we'll have to see what they really can do with it as this game moves forward. His IG, top of the net worth now, is burning as he's got himself that armlet, looking for the Desolator next. So they take this top tower. And XSS just going to continue to farm away. And really nothing coming out from CDEC just yet. They're trying to use Demons to find themselves some vision, but meanwhile, bottom. Baboka's going to come through. Sep trying to TP out the Primal Spring to make up the distance. And here come these Treants. Just deny. And they will. They'll take out the Treants and get the deny. Nothing for you. So, IG, they're just making some very solid movements, and here's the movement up top. They've got Demons here with Flyby, Purification comes out, XSS still going to main those front lines. He's got himself Arcane Boots and Drums, looking for the Guardian Greaves eventually. So they're going to look to continue to push as they've got the sustain, and continuing to put the pressure on CDEC is not where the side of CDEC want to be. They want to be able to move around the map, get a little bit more farm, find these track gold kills, but they're not going to get the track gold kills if they're not stronger than IG. And if they can't get pickoffs while IG group up as 5. But that's where they look over at OP as they're going to get this haunt. They're going to come in with the Spectral Dagger. OP's just going to look for that Dragon Slave. There's the nice LSA, the ulti used by June already after the Lina is dead. But now it looks as though XSS with that Repel, they might be looking to get something on Flyby, but he's going to go to the high ground. Meanwhile, it's Wukong's command out on Sep, who's going to survive the finger, going to sprout up Baboka, and they're not going to get that kill. Flyby's going to come in with the Spectral Dagger. They get the kill on Baboka to turn it around. Q's going to come in, get the stun on Sep, but Q, he's dead in himself. So 3 die here. Flyby with a double kill. Meanwhile, on the back end, Puck's dead to both Burning and XSS. 14-14 CDEC, they take a very nice fight, getting themselves 1,700 gold with all the track kills. And I was just saying that CDEC, they weren't really in a spot to fight, but they worked that out very well. No Radiance on Spectre. Spectre's farm very behind at 3,700. And really, it's sad to see because CDEC, if they get that Radiance out on Spectre, this game is very much different. But Sep's going to be the guy who's going to try and make the space for this Spectre. He's going to try and push away. He's trying to get this Orchid, which would be very nice to get that out on an Omni Knight. And, you know, we'll have to see what they can do with it. Meanwhile, bottom, here it comes. Baboka in a bit of trouble. There is the nice Shuriken. Balance Strike comes out. Drums is used by Sep. He's going to continue to walk forward. They've got track. They've got the kill. So that's a lot of gold going the way of CDEC. But coming to try and turn it around is IG. No, they're not going to find anything. Meanwhile, up top, they're going to try for more. His XSS might be in a little bit of trouble. He's got that Repel. Can he get out in time? The TP is there despite being under 4 heroes' noses. And June with the ulti. So 15-14 now for CDEC, and just like that, it's a 2,000 net worth lead only for IG. So 3 cores on the net worth are very high for IG. The net worth for this Spectre still very much lacking, and gonna go for that Radiance eventually, but it looks like he's going for the Blade Mail first. Take a look over. Illusory Orb used. Gonna blink on back. And now a Bloodstone out for OP. And like I always say with Bloodstone, and it's pretty obvious in the item in itself, but OP, if he dies immediately after getting this Bloodstone, that'll be that. Like, Lena falls off pretty hard. But if he gets a couple kills, gets to about 16 Bloodstone charges, things should be looking pretty good for IG. So with this Aegis, they should, and especially with this Aegis out on OP, they might look to fight a lot to bulk up these Bloodstone charges for this Lina.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Excellent.
So Demon's coming over. June is in Viz as well. They take a look over at Q, but Burning's nearby. They're actually going to go for it with the Janata as well as the Frostbite and the Shuriken. They get the kill, but now there's the Balance Strike. They get the Wraith Fire Blast. Crystal Maiden dead to rights, and now trying to run away is Demons. They're not going to be able to get a Wraith Fire Blast or a Balance Strike, and the Primal Spring is going to be missing. So that's a nice fight for them. They pretty much end it even. Gold going the way of CDEC due to that track. Let me take a look as the net worth is now about 2,500 in favor of IG. So Blink, Midas, 2-0 Talismans. We'll see if Shade finishes off the Veil. And then for June, she'll be going for the Glimmer Cape after she does get this drum of her own. Meanwhile, IG, they're just going to push mid. OP with the attack speed is tracked up, but I'm not too sure there's much to worry about. Continuing to get those stacks up and that attack speed up. And now there is a nice Purification. And coming in with the Blink with the Waning Rift. Going to try and Illusory Orb out, but now there it is with the Hellfire Blast. They're going to go with the Finger as well as the Dragon Slave. They'll get a kill. So the tracks are out on IG, but they need to be able to get the kills, and that's not going to happen when you get dusted up. There's the LSA, especially with the nice Hex. and finished off by OP. So gets those bloodstone charges that I said he was desperate for. So despite having backdoor protection, not anymore, they're going to go for this mid-tier 2, and IG doing the right thing by continuing to keep on this pressure. And on the flip side, continuing to do the right thing is Sep, who's pushing out these towers, almost has a tier 2 tower top. So we take a look back at Spectre. Does have the Blade Mail queued, but if you're going to get this much gold, you might as well just go for the Sacred Relic and kind of hope at that point to get the finished Radiance. You have the track gold, you just have to be involved in a couple of kills, and right there and then you'll get it. So let's see what happens. It's IG in the lead for sure right now, up 4,000 net worth, but again, CDEC, the longer this game goes and the better it gets for CDEC with the track golds, and the more items they can find themselves getting, the better it gets for CDEC late game. So we'll take out this Sentry Ward coming over. Baboka, Q, Burning, just pushing this bottom tier 2. They show themselves in the Crystal Maiden, but that's not a good idea as the Primal Spring comes out. Ooh, boy, June, you're in a lot of trouble. There's the Hellfire Blast, and there's the kill. So very easy for IG. Making it look very easy, but meanwhile, OP gonna walk right into Flyby. They'll look at each other, they'll walk away from each other, and Spectre still going for that Sacred Relic, just 200 gold away. We take a look over at Demons. He might be in a little bit of trouble. Here's OP as well as Q and Baboka. Demons, he's dusted up. One more shot with, of course, that long melee range of Baboka, and with the Jingu Mastery maxed out, it will be another kill for IG. So Courier gets killed by Shade. That Courier awareness was almost as good as my map awareness for this game. So bad. That's what I'm trying to say. So let's take a look. Q, he's going for a Blink Dagger. He's really far off of it. Take a look at this Lina now. 15 Bloodstone charges, gets the stun as well as the Laguna Blade. Coming in with the Dragon Slave, gets a kill on Shade. Meanwhile, up top we take a look. Nature's Prophet is nearby. But Baboka, XSS, and Q just showing themselves in the trees. Might be able to find it. There it is with the Balance Strike. The Hulk's going to come in from Flyby as well as the Wukong's command. And now they're trying to find something on CDEC, but the Guardian's Angel are not going to let that happen, and Spectre's going to have to run away. Meanwhile, here comes Burning with the Wraithfire Blast and the Primal Spring. They'll get themselves 2. And CDEC, they lose all 3 of their cores. IG, oof, just looking really good right now. So it's very nice for IG as they'll continue to push off of this. Q, Baboka, and XSS all here. We take a look over at OP, who's spotted by Demons. This is Vision, yes, for CDEC. A move that they're probably going to make no, as they lose their tier 2 tower top. Again, not a move where you want to go in on OP. If he walks away from that shrine, yeah, sure, go for it. But you're losing your towers. And here comes Sep. Here comes the Silence. They've got the Orchid as well as the Crystal Novas and the ulti coming in. And just going to deny himself. But now Baboka is here. Going to try and kill off June. And June really, in my opinion, has no business surviving this exchange. And there's the kill. And already alive again is OP. Take a look over down by Sep as well as this Bounty Hunter who has been deleted off the map. So a quick little double kill on the bounce back from losing OP. And Burning just gets a kill on Flyby. That should have been easy for me to see, but I was looking at OP, who had just been killed. Back to 12 Bloodstone charges. Did take the minus 30-second respawn time. I was trying to update myself on what he had. Meanwhile, not realizing that Burning was just going to go ahead and kill a Spectre. I mean, it's there to not understand. The Spectre is not doing well. So good counter push to this Nature's Prophet is OP. Light Strike Array, the Dragon Slave, all going to do work on these Treants. And now Q, just going to look for a nice bit of farm. But the Primal Spring comes up and cleans it up. So Baboka will use the Primal Spring to just clean up these Treants, clean up these creeps. And, you know, looking into it further, it looks as though IG, they kind of have a solid creep cleanup. Meanwhile, we see the Orchid up top, now burning, or down bottom, the top half of the river. Going to be repelled out. He's still tracked up. XSS is here with burning, but they're not going to go in any further. So now Dusted Up is OP. He's going to try and get out, but there it is with the Sprout. They're going to try and get the kill. Not going to be enough. Immediately makes the decision to TP out. Flyby comes over with the Haunt as well as Sep with the Teleportation, and they don't find this kill on Lina, as that Shadow Blade, despite being dusted up, did have the TP out with the boots. So continuing to push mid is going to be IG, Baboka, XSS, and Burning. There comes the Veil out as well as the Illusory Orb. They got to make something happen if you're CDEC. You're going to fortify to keep yourself alive. Meanwhile, Sep is going to fall to OP. See, I can't follow you, get those kills bottom, if I'm looking at a charge down mid. You guys got to stop. Please. So, over mid, Burning going to continue to work on this tower. There's the Blink in as well as the Hex and the Finger. They look to get themselves a kill on Shade. They will. Here comes the ulti, the Freezing Field of June, but there's the Wukong's command, and Burning actually getting very low, but he'll be reincarnated. And let's see if they continue to move forward on IG or just try to get out. So they come over, they spot Demons. He's going to get that bounty rune. Does Baboka have a sentry? No. But OP, he doesn't either. Oh, but he's under a sentry ward. Demons actually going to get out. Nice Laguna Blade was for a second under sentry ward vision. Boundless Strike is going to finish off that kill. So Baboka, you know, jumps around, gets himself a nice Boundless Strike, gets the kill onto this nice Bounty Hunter. Will eat up that nice gold. So Burning has himself that Desolator, the AC. We take a look over at the Spectre. Radiance finally finished. It's there. It's all good. Gotta love it for Flyby. Let's see if now with this Radiance something comes of that. But for now, IG, they're just gonna take out this Roche, get the Aegis. Actually pull out for a second. They see that the Treants are nearby, but in all reality, I think CDC's team fight is kind of lacking. But now with the Radiance there for Spectre, maybe not. Take a look over. OP using that Shadow Blade. They take a look up top. The Dire are going to scan out. They're not going to find anything. Nature's Prophet is right there. They're actually not going to go after this Roche. It was down to about half health, but they elect to not go in. There's the Illusory Orb. Now spots it, and with Roche popping out, now IG know that maybe CDC are up to something. Take a look back over towards Roche. IG going to look to finish it off. Can CDEC make their way over in time? They need to get the Spectral Dagger as well as the Haunt on time. There's going to be Haunt as well as the Spectral Dagger. They're going to come on in with the Radiance, and now the Frostbite comes in on Burning. He's going to be repelled up. There it is. Flyby chooses his victim, but the Guardian's Angel comes out as well as the Laguna Blade that's going to come through on Nature's Prophet. Sep's going to be the first one to die, and now 3 dead just like that on CDEC. They've lost the Spectre, they've lost the Crystal Maiden as well as the Nature's Prophet, and Shade is going to be the next one to fall. 4 for 1. And now, did they get the dust out? They did get the dust out onto this bounty hunter. It could be a full team wipe. Let's see if they can find it. Demons just continuing to run. If they can get this stun or just a hex, this should be okay. There's the sentry ward place. Hexed up. Dragon Slave stun. And there is the kill. So, there it is. 5-man team wipe for IG. Up 33-17. You don't get the first half of that fight recap. They also get the Aegis out on Burning. And IG, they're going to look to push down mid and finish off this game 2, sweeping the series. So what can CDEC do? They kind of threw everything in the kitchen sink at IG the first time, and they didn't get really anything out of it. They try to defend this mid set of racks in tier 3, but not going to really do much of anything coming in. Going to be hit by that Orchid. Now looks as though the Wraith King might have bitten off more than he can chew, but it's just reincarnation. He still does have that Aegis. He'll be able to walk out for the time being. There's the repel. They take out the tier 3. They continue to hit away at the top set of racks. And still, again, CDEC. There's not much they can do. They do get the Frostbite. Demons comes in. There's the Primal Spring out on a couple of BKB used by OP. They're going to get the Sprout as well as the Dream Coil out on 2, so they're not going to break it. Laguna Boy comes through on Demons. That's going to push him back. They're going to use the Shrine to heal up, and now continuing to move on in his Burning. Burning's at about half health. He's going to be using that Repel just to keep himself safe and continue to come over with the Desolator as well as the Orchid is going to be CDEC. They're going to use that nice Haunt coming in as Flyby. Flyby going to jump around again. There's going to be the Wraith Fire Blast. Burning getting very low, but he's going to have that nice Reincarnation up in just a moment. It's going to be Reincarnation again. He still has that Aegis. It's going to be the Freezing Field drop down. They're going to get one, and the Spectre's going to immediately buy back, but I'm not too sure he has too much more. OP's going to get a kill on June. He's going to get the Light Strike Array on the nice Bounty Hunter, but not going to find anything more on that. And now they've got the Hex out on Shade, who's going to try and run away from the side of IG. And they're continuing to go in with the Wraith Fire Blast. They've got more Flyby dead again, and GG's already called. And CDEC, they'll lose game 2. And IG take the series 2-0. So, IG move on in this bottom bracket to take on IG Vitality in the next set as CDEC. They lose 2-0. And we take a look at this scoreboard real quick. 11-5 for OP. Did very well that game. 9-1 again for Burning. I think he netted 2 deaths the entire time in this series. Just a very solid outing from IG over CDEC. CDEC, unfortunate, they are eliminated after getting taken out 2-0. So that's going to be it for CDEC in this tournament or in this qualification. IG move on to versus IG Vitality. And I'm your caster, BCop, at BCop92 on Twitter. I'm going to get myself some coffee here, 6 o'clock in the morning for me, so hopefully with a coffee, my map awareness will be a little bit better, as I knew that game 2 was actually really poor. So I apologize for that. I'm hopefully going to get it better. Hopefully you enjoy the next series I give you guys, which is IGV versus IG. So we'll be back soon. Let you know what the update is on the next series, if it's going to be played at 6 or if it's going to be played at 7. I'll let you know. Thank you guys for watching.